First we get our slider. There are several options we could choose. Let's hit apply for now. That will make our point. We'll call it A. Remember, it must be capital. Now we assign the relationship to the x value. We have our point A. Right click it, animation on, and it moves.
Okay, this is another slider technique. Okay, first. Okay. Now make sure the slider's selected. Click on the screen. This time choose angle. 0 to 363 should be fine. So just hit apply. And its angle should be named alpha. So whenever we make the relationship, we're going to use a function this time. It's going to be f of x equals, we're going to use cosine x plus, and on this side, this little thing you can choose, just click on it since it's already on alpha, and it adds it automatically over here. Yeah, right there. Oh, hold on. Right there. Okay, finish it and press enter. Okay, then you right click on the slider, click animate, and it should move from left to right.
Let's now pick the slider. We're rotating, so we'll use the angle. Apply. Now the input line, we'll make our relation. Call the point that rotates A. Cosine alpha. The next point will be sine alpha. Enter. There's your point. If we right click it, we'll use the trace on the point just to better illustrate that it is a circle. Right click the slider, animation on, and there's our circle.
Okay, for this part, we're going to show you how to animate a point to move across a circle, like around. So let's start off by creating a slider. Okay, we're going to name it A. That should be fine. Click apply. Okay, now let's create a point. You can just click up here, set it there, and under input you can put the relationship. Let's put A equals, put A for the x value and -3 for y, or let's make it +3. Okay, now we need to make another point. Okay, the other point would be capital B. Okay, this one would be right next to point A, so we're going to name it as A plus 1, and then 3 because the y value for point A was 3. Okay. Now we're going to create a circle. Click on circle. We're going to use A as the center point. Okay, click on A, and B would be the outside of the point. Okay, the radius is from A to B. Okay, so right now the relationship from slider A is connected to A, so if we actually animate it, it will make the circle move from left to right or horizontally. Okay. Okay, let's pause that. Okay. Okay, now let's create a point so they can move around the circle. Okay. Make a point on the circle anywhere. That could be fine. And we need to create an angle between it. So, angle from B, A, and C. Okay, now to make that move, we need to create a slider for that angle. So, we click on slider, click over here. Instead of being under number, it's going to be under angle. Okay, the name for it is going to be beta. So remember that. Apply. Okay, now we're going to do the relationship. So down here, we're going to put point C, capital, equals beta. So enter. Okay, so now you can see that since slider B is 45 degrees, we made the angle 45 degrees, and it also created point C into B prime. Okay, so now when we go over here to slider beta and animate it, it will make the point go around the circle counterclockwise.
Once you have your simple shapes, lines, functions moving, you may be wondering how to color them. You would first start by clicking the item you want to color, change, right click it, and we go to Object Properties. For a line, we can change the color of it. We can also change the style of the line itself. So if we want the thickness to be greater or smaller, we can accomplish this from here. You can also change the style of the line. Dashed, dotted, dashed and dotted. So if you have a preference, here's where you go. To color the shapes, similarly, right click the shape. We would go to Object Properties. It's easier if you do it this way, obviously. So for the polygon, we'll right click it, Object Properties, and here's where, this is what I wanted to talk about. Same thing as the line, you can change the color, and we can change the outside of the line, thickness, style, but notice the filling part. If we want it to be completely blue, we'll go to 100%. If we want it just shaded blue, we can go here, 25%, 75%. It'll work the same on the circle. Style. And this is how we used the color to create our own scene and images. From those simple techniques that we had showed you, this is the scene we created. Notice we only have 3 sliders, making this whole scene move. Also notice that we do have quite a bit of functions so you may need a handful of functions to make a small thing operate.